Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Schway at Schwarbage, a Batman, Batfan, Bat Review, Batpod, Batcast. I'm Will.
I am Jack. And guys, I made a mistake.
Oh no!
Oh no, you hate to see it. What'd you do, Quentin? Guys, I made a Twitter account.
I actually deleted
Oh
I
no.
didn't actually delete my account, but I deleted the Twitter app last week.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have it pinned in my browser.
Cosmic balance.
It's like
Wow.
an accident I can't look away from.
Are
You
you
know why?
verified?
I'm not verified. I'm not verified, but I did go ahead and follow a bunch of other Batman podcasts.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They're pretty cool.
Any of them any good?
Any shout outs?
I haven't listened to any of them yet.
Jack? Who are we gonna shout out to in any direction?
Right. I mean, our shout outs mean nothing because nobody listens to this who doesn't.
Some people do, but I feel like
But if they do, if they know about us, they know about.
yeah,
these
exactly.
Let me see. Batman the Animated Series podcast, the Arkham Sessions, which look interesting. That's probably the one that I'm the most interested in.
Is that the Mr. Rogues thing?
What?
There's a YouTuber called Mr. Rogue, so I used to be a huge fan. I mean, I'm still a huge fan of him. I just haven't watched him in a while. He did like a podcast, a kind of a podcast of patient interview Arkham stuff.
Not that exactly. I think that the
Cool.
idea behind this is they bring on a trained clinical psychologist to basically
Oh man,
analyze
that's so much cooler than
Batman
us.
villains.
Yeah.
There's
Well, that requires so much more professional expertise that we have zero of in any field, in any relevant field.
We know about Batman. I think that we can lay claim to that. We can lay claim to the fact that we know
Some,
what
I-
Batman is.
I was
we
told
did.
I had a good disposition for being a psychologist.
That's
Um,
probably
and I
good.
said I didn't want to do that, so
You rejected the path.
yeah, I rejected the call.
And little did you know, you were rejecting success.
It would have made our show a ripoff of that shit.
Yeah, it would have made us
That
more
case.
derivative. So
I mean, that's so true.
All right.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
Good intro. Good
we're
job,
all in
team.
agreement. We're all in
Well
agreement.
Now
done.
we can go into our really
Guys,
original
give
show
yourselves a
where we
round
just
of
talk-
applause real quick. You deserve it.
Schway Schwarbage Twitter.
Thank you. So here's our really original show.
Our
right?
very
This is-
original
No
show.
one's done this before.
No
No,
one.
one's done this before.
Never ever.
Probably not. This is really.
This is very obscure.
We're talking about Detective Comics 506 and 507. Same story.
The story in question being Who Dies for the Mannequin? I had to check. It's called Who Dies for the Mannequin.
Who Dies for the Manikin? Well, that's the title of 506.
Yeah, that's right.
Which
That's
we can
right.
go into right now.
Yep.
This is from September.
Yep,
Some year. I don't
approved by
know
the
when.
Comics Code
Like,
Authority.
Thank God for that.
Mhm.
September 1981.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Who boy. Do you guys have anything for cover up? Because honestly, I think this is pretty good. I can't really think of anything.
Well, see, while I was reading this, I did kind of come up with a cover up, and it's very ironic now that I have the context of the story. But the cover up was going to be, I would have loved for this mannequin character to appear on this cover in one way or another. I think the exact wording that I took in the note was, even if it was non-directly, I would love for the mannequin to be in this cover because
What? Did you
Wait,
not
what are
pick
you
up on the
talking about?
wooden woman on the cover?
oh wait, no, I was looking
So-
at the other place where the fucking thing is well, so Point of
Oh,
order
you were
is,
talking about the the
You're not
first
even
page.
looking at. You're looking at the story cover. You're not
We're
looking
looking at the issue
cover.
cover.
before we review this
Let me
comic.
describe the issue cover to you.
Yeah.
Quinn.
No, before we I did click back twice on the thing. For some reason I had I don't know, I was looking for panels for favorite panel. I did read this after not having slept for 48 hours and then sleeping for 24 hours. So my
He's a little kooky right now.
I'm a little bit kooky at the moment, at the time, but the cover up, it's a pretty good cover. It's just a mannequin punching a Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like the trash can that's being knocked over in the process. That's a nice touch for me. I want to just, if my cover up would be focused less on Batman and the mannequin and more on this trash can, because I love this trash can.
Bat can.
I don't think the main characters are nearly as important as this trash can
Yeah.
to me.
What's so great about it, Jack?
It's the perfect trash can.
Yeah.
It's the perfect trash
what
can.
you're thinking of, the ideal of a trash can, that is this trash can. It looks exactly what you're thinking of, and it has trash filling it to the brim. It's just a good trash can.
It's got a can in it. Is it a recycling bin? Or did someone just not properly sort their trash?
Someone didn't properly. Come
Yeah.
on, this is people.
Yeah. I mean, I know.
Do unethical things all the time in this city.
Mm-hmm.
Was this comic written before the advent of trash bags? Who knows?
They've never used a trash bag in Gotham. They just carry it in with their bare hands.
Well, yeah. I mean, how else are you supposed to do it?
10 months ago on the Gotham River Parkway. So it's 10 months ago, which would be time of recording.
Yeah.
Like March.
Yeah, February 2022.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So it's March or February, whatever.
It's a time.
It's 10 months ago. And there is a car speeding down the Gotham River Parkway, and the engine explodes and the car is engulfed in flame. Fortunately, Batman was nearby, and he's already on the scene to save this car.
He rescues a woman out of the car. He is shocked that someone could even survive. That's how horrific this car explosion is.
Yeah, this is not great.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's a pretty brutal start.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman that he saved has been severely burned, and the onlookers are horrified, although it doesn't show what the burns look like.
I love so horror comics used to be big in the golden age and then fell off due to the Comics Code. But this issue uses a lot of the tropes and the paneling from horror comics to like build tension, and it's really really cool. And I really like that even though we don't see her face at all, whatever it is enough to make Batman like choke, like he like it throws Batman off. And that just plays in your mind. But don't worry, it probably won't be important.
Yeah.
Turns out there's some foul play involved in this accident. Batman finds the fragments of a bomb left in the engine, tells the fire marshal about it.
Shout out to this fire marshal. Marshal Halsey. He's just doing his job. He's glad to see Batman. He's like, well, we'll investigate it. Don't worry, Batman. As we'll come to learn, didn't do a great job.
Not great. Not fantastic.
No, he didn't. Back to the present.
Back to the plot.
Batman is pumping some iron, lifting weights in his home.
He's back
while
from
watching
Alaska.
television. Back from Alaska. So this is a theme in this issue: is they will mention something, some random event, and there will be an asterisk next to it with a footnote that says, "Oh, this is from last month's comic," or "This is from this comic or that comic." And also the notes are from Dick Grayson.
Oh yeah,
and they all are signed with Dick.
I don't think they're from Dick Grayson.
No, they were written.
I'm gonna guess that's the writer.
Oh yeah,
is the writer Dick?
I don't know,
crap.
but I don't think in universe Dick Grayson knows he's in a comic.
The writer for this is Jerry Conway. Oh wait, no, Dick Giordano.
Yeah,
Dick Giordano. Okay,
yeah.
my fault. I don't know what. Sorry. My apologies to Dick Giordano for confusing him with a fictional character.
This is Dick Giordano erasure, and I won't stand for it.
Anyway, Batman's pumping iron. He's watching the news. It's a political debate against the two mayoral candidates, Hamilton Hill and Arthur Reeves. My next note says, you could have told me that Councilman Reeves was a goblin from an urban fantasy comic, and I would have believed you.
I love Councilman Reeves.
I adore
He's hilarious. he pulls. He is very anti-Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And he pulls out a photo. The moderator's like, "So why do you hate Batman so much?"
He pulls out a photo of Batman attacking him that he had.
Batman beating up him personally, and he, which is fair.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone beats you up, you're probably not going to be a fan. I don't know why they that's probably in a previous issue. I don't know why.
There wasn't a note for this one, but okay.
Yeah. He says, "You see the Batman manhandling a public official. The fact that I am the official is beside the point." He's a legend.
Honestly.
He hates Batman.
Doesn't that sort of wouldn't you say that this guy that only beats up criminals, you show a picture of him beating you up?
Beating up you?
Yeah, not a good look, my man.
No, it's not.
I do really I love the kind of like bait and switch of, then it goes over to Mayor Hill. It's like, how do you feel about Batman? He's like, oh, I don't care. You're like, oh, good, this guy likes Batman. He's like, but fuck Commissioner Gordon. He makes a good point, though. I'm gonna be honest.
He does.
He says the real issue is the sudden sharp jump in police shootings. I hold Commissioner James Gordon personally responsible for this.
Which,
I mean, I'm gonna.
It might not be personally James's fault, but it's definitely a problem.
See,
with the
I
police
Will Clark
system.
know about James Gordon that he is probably not personally responsible, but this is a good issue for you to be hard on Mayor Hill. He's got my vote.
Yep. It's the lesser of two evils for sure.
Yeah, and at least he frames it as an. So the job of a politician is to get as many people as possible on your side, right? One of the worst ways I think to do that is frame how it has affected you personally, and not the citizens at large.
Yeah, Politician 1, I don't like Batman because he physically attacked me. Politician 2, I think police shooting is bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's not actually Hill isn't the mayor already, is he?
I think he's running for re-election, but I don't know that for a fact.
I mean,
because he says when I become mayor, I intend to demand his resignation.
Yeah.
About Commissioner.
Okay.
So if he was already mayor,
I guess he wins because in my head he's I know this character as the mayor of Gotham.
Mayor Hill just sounds real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's been the mayor in many a movie.
And I mean, Gordon being fired is definitely an explorable plot thread.
Mm-hmm. In fact, I hate to be a spoiler, guys, but we've read a comic that takes place not too long after this that involves Batman not being friends with the mayor and Commissioner Gordon being fired.
Is that the one with Hugo Strange's
Yes,
ghost?
No.
which is-
Oh my god.
Yeah, because read the next panel after the Batman leaves the TV. I'd hope politics would become a little clear when Boss Thorne was committed to Arkham.
Oh my god. I thought
This is
that was...
literally, guys. This is literally like 3 issues, like chronologically, before the Hugo Strange ghost situation.
That goes so
That's
hard.
so...
Yeah.
God, wow.
I do appreciate the level of continuity they have put in these Bronze Age comics.
Yeah.
That's something that's cool that separates it from the older ones, which were just one-off stories.
Anyway, then Alfred goes. He changes the channel when Bruce Wayne leaves, and it's like, oh, there was a brutal murder of a fashion designer. And Alfred goes, whatever is this city coming to? Petty politician and maniacal murderers? Tisk tisk. Hey Alfred? Where the fuck have you been?
Yep.
What do you mean coming to? The city's been like this for like 50 years.
I think it's disrespectful of him to compare Hamilton Hill and Arthur Reeves to someone who murders people.
Yeah.
But
I think that it's so funny for Alfred to go, what does the city come to? Political squandering? Hey, Alfred, what happened to your old employers?
Your boss.
What happened to your boss and his
Your
wife?
personal friend and confidant and old boss.
He was murdered on the streets of Gotham, and now you're saying because there's a political debate that implements Batman that this city's gone to shit?
Anyway, Bruce Wayne's keeping up appearance. He's going on a date to Studio 52. It's a disco nightclub. And basically as soon as they get there, his date's like, "Oh, I'm so happy to be here." And Bruce Wayne thinks to himself, "Man, this fucking sucks.
I'm not happy to be
This
here.
is really I don't want to be here."
Because he's
Batman.
he's a big faker. He doesn't actually care.
Yeah.
So, but immediately upon his arrival,
Yeah, like
something
2
crazy
seconds.
happens. He goes, "Hey, somebody just walked by me. They looked kind of weird." And then the person who walked by him just says, "You are Calvin Klein, the designer," which is a funny reference. Or Kevin Klein.
Kevin Klein.
I assume it's like a Calvin Klein reference.
I think it is.
That's kind of funny.
And Kevin Klein goes, "Yep, that's me, but
That's
if
me.
you want a job, you gotta see me at my office." And then the lady lifts him up in the air and starts choking him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bruce tries to
Starts
stop
killing
it.
him.
He gets his ass handed to him. The guy dies from being choked too hard, and the lady leaves. You guys didn't want to talk more about Club 52, right? I just kind of sped through it.
No, we can.
No, it's pretty
that's
good.
exactly
It's pretty
It's
what
like
I-
3 pages that make up like 2 seconds
two
of story.
things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, no more then Batman. Then he switches over to his famed alter ego.
Batman. Once again, I really like these like kind of horror panel inspired like panels where we have like even during the club, it shows that a lot of the guy who's dying, not a lot of the lady, and it never shows her face straight on in good lighting after they go outside. 'Cause guess what, fellas? It's a mannequin. Not really. It's like a lady in like a robot suit, but it looks like a
Robot
mannequin.
suit. And she has become incredibly strong thanks to
Mm-hmm.
the suit, and so that she can beat the shit out of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's for that specific purpose, but
Yeah,
Well, no,
it
that's
is
not- no.
canon, not
No, but it's a consequence of that.
Mm-hmm.
She is able to.
oh yeah.
And
Destroy them.
after Manikin and Batman fight, Batman never lays a finger on her. Batman says, "Lord, it's a good thing she left when she did. I couldn't survive another blow like that last one."
Yeah.
So,
He was getting it handed to him.
guys, is the Manikin like Bane level? Like, seemingly the Manikin fucked up Batman with much more ease than I have ever seen anyone else.
It's just she's a strong character for sure.
Yeah,
I would say Bane level is a very fair assessment.
Yeah.
In terms of power scaling, we have not yet seen Manikin versus Elevator. We haven't seen Manikin versus Batmobile, so there's no direct comparison.
I will say though, we can work it backwards because we'll get to that when we get to that. Manikin does have a pretty strong weakness.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Um,
But somebody else rolls up and says, "Hey, we got to get out of here," and that's why Manikin escapes.
Oh yeah.
With
yeah, because
her
she 100%
accomplice.
would have just killed Batman.
Yeah.
And then Batman is like, okay, I got the mannequin's dress though, because she took it off when she showed me she was a mannequin. I'm gonna take this to the one fashionista I know. Hey, Catwoman, do you recognize this dress? And Catwoman is like, yes. I have some of them myself. They belong to the famed fashion designer Horton.
Austin.
What?
Is
Wait.
it Horton? Am I
Horton's
an
his
idiot?
last name. Is his first name Austin?
No. Oh, am I?
Oh wait,
just
no. Oh no,
really
that is an S.
bad at reading.
That is an
Austin
S. It's
his
Hot.
name,
What
yeah.
the fuck? His name is Austin.
Less common name than Horton,
What?
but
It's not even Houston. It's Austin.
Austin, H-O-S.
God, I already hated Austin because he seems like a real like snobby like annoying man. But his name is
Also,
Austin.
We'll get to.
There's plenty of reasons to hate Austin.
There's plenty of things about Austin.
I really
Are
thought it was
there?
Horton. Yeah, Quentin.
We'll get
there's
to.
a lot.
We'll get to them.
Quentin,
I
did you
mean-
read the comic?
Technically, it was a technicality within a technicality. He's a guy. He's a bit of a pompous
guy.
asshole, but
Yeah, Batman goes to
He's
see
pompous.
this fucking just like fucking stick of a man. He's
not a
so
stick, he
prim
looks
and
like a
proper
normal
and
guy.
tall and with good posture. I hate him.
and really, really small wrists.
He does have some.
Fuck, he's got. Could he be the Joker?
That's a reference to our long Halloween.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna be out yet.
That's not.
Actually, will it?
So
No, it'll be. Which one's coming out
So-
first?
we just recorded that.
It
Chri-
is
yeah,
coming out
it's
first.
Christmas.
It's very
Christmas
fresh
will
in
be
our
out
minds.
first. Christmas will be out first. It'll be fine.
I
If
mean,
there- if
Go
there-
ahead and check that one.
I wasn't
It'll be
even.
fine.
I wasn't even trying to draw a direct parallel. I was just trying to say his little itty bitty wrists.
He does have itty bitty wrists. Anyway, he's like,
So what's he doing?
He's like, so why would anyone try to murder me? I'm the coolest cat in town.
such a
You
great
said you have one of my dresses. Let me see it. Yes, this is my work, all right. Yet there's something strange here. And then someone throws a firebomb into the room.
It go boom boom.
They go boom boom. Actually, go fatoom.
It does. It goes for
And then
two.
Batman goes firebomb.
It was tossed from the balcony overlooking your office.
I
did.
Just gonna read out every dialogue.
Quentin, do you want to be Batman and I'll be Austin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now do you believe so what you did?
The fabrics of my dresses still burn like dry tinder. Mr. Batman, for the love of mercy, get us out of here.
That's going to be difficult, Ashton. Your office door has been locked from the outside.
You don't have to keep going because Austin has stopped talking, so it'll just be you talking.
Oh, for
to yourself
sure.
For like two more pages,
Yeah.
So you can tap out now.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Batman picks up a glass table. I'm so confused on what happens here.
It's not clear visually.
I guess he throws it through the door, but it really
Yeah,
looks
he
like
breaks
Batman
the
just picks
door.
up a glass table, smashes it on the ground, and then they've teleported outside.
So the reason I think it's kind of
Now they're not outside.
No.
though.
Yeah, they're still in the building. They're outside of the room that the fire started in.
yeah, they enter into sort
They've
of
entered Hostin's showroom.
Yeah.
They've entered into a room full of mannequins, which on one hand is like, oh, come on. And on the other hand is a very cool use of this character.
Yeah, this is what happens when you fight Chucky in the doll factory.
Mm-hmm. You should just set the doll factory on fire. Chucky can burn, right?
I think that there have been examples of Chucky burning, but I don't think that kills him.
I think Batman could beat Chucky.
That crossover exists somewhere, I am sure of it.
It's gotta.
Wait.
Anyway, Batman sees that one of the mannequins has been damaged and thrown on the ground, and he's like, oh, the mannequin's in here somewhere with us. Then he strikes a beautiful pose with like his fingers split out and like he's turning.
Yeah, that is very elegant.
And at this point, I wanna bring up the mannequin speech bubbles, because they're actually very cool.
They are. They're wobbly.
So they employ a lot of dashes in them in between the words, which is meant to signify a monotone voice. But it's I didn't know that until like they don't explain that it's monotone until pretty late into the second story. And so for a while I was kind of like I wasn't really unsettled because this is not a very scary comic, even though it does use like comic horror elements. I was just like, this is kind of like engaging and interesting because I don't know what she's supposed to sound like.
Yeah.
It's monotone though. It's what that's meant to be.
I mean, I would like to argue that I got a little. It's not horror in that sort of sense, but it's very spooky in a lot of different ways. It's
Scooby-Doo horror.
Yeah, exactly, except with a more like serious undertone.
Yeah.
Like I could have seen this done in like, I don't know, a different age in a much more goofy fashion. Like even the character of the mannequin feels like it could be an earlier Detective Comics concept, but they do apply that sort of serious tone to it.
Speaking of serious, Batman IDs a mannequin he thinks is the mannequin, and he tackles it only to discover it's a regular mannequin.
It's just a regular.
Then the supervillain, the mannequin, hits him with a golf club so hard he's almost knocked unconscious. Actually, no. Sorry, he's almost killed.
Yep.
He's a weighted golf club
clubs
could kill. He's lucky to be alive.
Be careful with golf clubs, everybody. If there's one thing you take away from this,
We are almost finished with part 1 of this 2-parter, and the mannequin has almost killed Batman with her bare hands twice.
Well, with the golf.
With a golf club, yeah.
Not with bare hands.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like she had a gun, is what I mean.
Yeah. And Manikin says, "All right, buddy. I won't kill you if you just let me kill Hostin." And Batman goes, "Come on, I'm Batman. I'm not just gonna let you kill people. That's not really his thing." So he gets up, tries to fight, and Hostin is just sitting under a table or something, and just like, "Oh no, oh no, oh no."
While this is happening, the fire has spread to this room and has begun once again kind of engulfing the whole room in flames and smoke.
Oh yeah.
And then Mannequin punches Batman and they disappear in smoke. And Hostin is like, "Mr. Batman, are you okay?" And the Mannequin fucking bum rushes him out of the smoke. To be continued.
Continued.
So that's 3 for 1 issue. A third time Batman has appeared to have almost died at the Mannequin's hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valid.
Yeah. So, you guys got favorite panels for part 1? Oh wait, I'm so sorry.
You're so sorry?
What? Why are you sorry?
I need to read one of my notes. It's very important, and I almost forgot. I need to read notes before we do favorite panel.
Okay, cool.
Hostin deserves to get mana-killed.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Oh,
Ooh, controversial statement.
Wow.
This was, I mean, we'll get to it. This was before I knew everything about Hostin there is to know. I just really didn't like him.
Yeah, no, he's an asshole. He's a pompous prick. Nobody likes him. Does that mean, one may argue, that he deserves to die? No. I wouldn't say so. I would say that vigilante justice claiming the lives of two other fashion designers.
No, the other two did not deserve to die. They seemed cool.
Yeah, but it was that
They seemed cool.
quest. It was that quest for revenge. I think that there's an argument to be made that this guy deserves to be put to death. I think that is a fair assumption. However, becoming the Manikin and going around murdering fashion designers specifically for that just vigilante justice in a murderous form. Not really a fan of that.
Not your thing? Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
For a
Not really a fan of murdering people.
For a little baby like you, maybe.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No, I agree. Right. I agree. Murder.
Let's do favorite panel.
Let's do favorite
panel favorite.
My favorite is of Bruce Wayne outside going to Studio 52, the nightclub, because the guy who lets them in is the most hilarious. He's the most hilariously drawn human being of all time.
I wanted to talk about this guy's sideburns so bad.
You talk about him, because I pointed it out. You talk about it. Boom, the two of us have a shared favorite panel, and Quentin can pick something else, or he can also talk about this panel.
This guy says, Bruce, Bubby, long time no see. Come to the head of the line, kiddo. The rest of the riffraff can cool their heels, but the door's always open to you, pal. He has an orange jacket, with sunglasses, a receding hairline, and just sideburns that go all the way to his mustache. So he has like a full circle of hair that goes from the top of his head all the way through his mustache and all the way back around the top. It's great.
Pretty good.
And he's got some chains, some jewelry on his neck.
He dripped out.
Rules. He rules, yeah.
He rules.
And
okay,
he's
Quentin.
in that one panel only.
Yeah, it never shows up again. Could it have been the Manikin in disguise?
Oh,
maybe.
Probably not, because he's immediately in another panel with a different disguise.
I mean, we've seen how the Manikin can change disguises very quickly.
She's the master of quick change.
See, actually, that would make sense since this is like a huskier form. Maybe there are many
multiple
masks.
layers.
Exactly.
True.
Quentin, what's your favorite panel?
On page 13, I love one single dialogue box, one big bubble. It's the part where he is running out of the flames in the office with the guy he has the guy and he's going out there. He has him under his cape. I love hold your breath dash and then there's a separate bubble, a separate speech bubble, which is more angular. There are more like little points to it, but for some reason it's been like crudely colored in with reds and purples to make it almost look like it's on fire, and it says Quinn, pray. What's up?
Quinn, I think this is an issue with your scan.
It's your scan.
God fucking damn it.
This is a normal color text box. Now hold your breath and pray. And pray is all white on
completely normal.
Completely normal.
Let me wait. I am sending over what I'm looking at. No way. Did I just hear like a fire alarm in the background?
That was my dog.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Edit that out, Will.
I'll edit out the dog.
Yeah, so I've just sent you guys exactly what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why that's the case.
Yeah.
Not how it is on our scan.
Yeah, because I looked at it.
It is cooler on yours, though.
It is.
Better on your skin.
Well, I just thought that looks stupid and out of place. I should talk about that. Just a me issue. Damn. Damn.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Anyway, you guys want to do Schwarbage for this first part, for part one?
I'd love to.
Okay. The order will be me, Quentin, and Jack.
It's a good order.
So, I think this is a very good hook. I know it's very exciting for once we're not just abandoning a two-parter. We're gonna see this through to the end. So it's a good hook that'll be rewarded for once. I really love the characterization of everyone in this. I love Catwoman's brief cameo. I love what a fucking just a horrible person Hostin is. I love Batman especially when he's saving the woman at the start from the fire. His inner monologue is really, really cool. Unlike the fire. Art's very nice. I love the Manikin's design. We didn't talk about it, but I think it's a really cool idea of like she has like no facial features. The best two characters are Mr. Hill and fucking Arthur Reeves. Big fan of him.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Schway. This part one I think is Schway.
Nice. Yeah. I'm gonna be completely honest. Since we've moved into this era of comics, I haven't enjoyed reviewing them as much as some of like the earlier stuff, because it's not as wacky, it's not as goofy, it's not as like obviously funny. So deriving goofs from them has been like a little bit harder. But that is not to say that I haven't enjoyed reading through. I would say that this comic, especially the first part of the two, the whole entire time I was going through it, I was thinking this would be the most banger episode of the animated series.
I had that note for part two.
That would be so cool, because those famous animated series two-parters, I think that this would be perfect. It has the atmosphere, the sort of off horror of it. It reminds me of something like a Two-Face or like a Feet of Clay, where it's just incredible, like an incredible origin story for a supervillain. So I'd say Schway.
I'm gonna lock in with you two. I think this is Schway. Good. I think it's the best first part of a two-parter we read. The Manikin is a cool villain. It's cool how she actually is just beating the shit out of Batman. Very threatening. And it's an interesting story. I agree with Quentin that sometimes even though the Bronze Age ones might be higher quality, they're less entertaining than like the stupid like nonsense of the Silver and Golden Age. But this one was very engaging to me. And I like the action, I like the story. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good comic, it's Schway.
Yeah.
You guys want to do a riddle?
I'd love to, honestly.
Yes.
Should I throw you an easy one? These have been kind of tough.
Okay.
Okay.
Please.
Cowboy, trilby, or bowler. Hats off to anyone brave to try one on.
This is the hat shop on the corner.
That's full marks for Quentin. 1 point.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a good one.
This is the hat shop on the corner.
Ah,
Sorry,
half a point for
I-
Jack. Quentin got in
Sorry,
first, but
I
he's still
didn't.
right.
I didn't hear.
Oh, there was a delay. There was
you
a
all
delay.
cut out for 2
Oh, yeah.
minutes right there.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 point to Jack because he actually figured it out first,
Oh,
and
Yeah.
half point to Quentin.
this is an acceptable loss.
Okay. Can I make a proposition before we move into part two?
Go for it.
Go.
So the Manikin, this is a character with very few appearances. So how about in the future of the show? How would you guys feel if we did if we tracked the Manikin's history?
That would be cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
the Manicast.
Yeah.
the Manikin.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're halfway done. You guys ready to move on to part 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
This is 507. Moving
Whoa.
from 506 right over to 507.
What a large jump.
Can't believe it.
An insane leap.
I actually have a cover up for this cover.
What?
I actually have an
How
opinion.
dare you?
Not enough mannequins. It is Batman, kind of stumbling out of the fire to fight the Manikin, and on the floor below them, there are 2 mannequins which are on fire. That's not enough. There were 20 mannequins in that room.
Well, but they're not all on the floor right next to them.
Yeah, but none of them were on the floor. It's it's weird to have 2 right next to each other and then none anywhere else.
See, but that's the thing. There's not a lot of the room that's in direct, line of sight. If there was anything, it would be buried in
But
flame.
it's meant to be like an artistic representation. It's meant to be eye-catching. It feels weird to just have 2 heads in the corner and nothing else.
Well, see, here's what I think. If they did this from a different perspective, maybe moved the camera, so to speak, a little bit to the left, so we were positioned in between Batman and the Manikin, there's an entire stack of flaming mannequins, all just stacked up in one big pile.
Anyway, you should see the film Superman 2.
That's what I was
Yeah,
gonna
I
say.
caught
my
that
cover
too.
is.
You would scrub Superman 2 from the...
No, I'd make...
No, I said
no.
you should see. I like it then.
Yeah, so in the bottom, there's a little thing that says, see the film Superman 2.
Yep.
What my cover-up would be to enlarge that, so it takes up...
The entire...
Yeah. I just want to
You would put that in the Mannequin speech bubble.
Yeah. You cannot stop me, Batman. Stand aside or see the film Superman 2.
I'll piggyback off of that by saying they should replace Superman 2 with Superman: The Quest for Peace.
But it's not
Yeah,
released at
Nuclear
this point.
Man!
But it's not released at this point.
Well, Superman flew back in time to promote his
And
film.
release Superman the Quest of Peace early.
Because he knew it
In
was
the
a banger
future, it was
film.
too big of a success, so we had to release it
Yeah.
back in time.
Yeah.
Anyway, picking up right where we left off, the Mannequin has come out of the flames and is like, Austin, I have come to kill you. Grabs Austin by the neck and is like, I was going to burn you alive, but I guess I'll have to strangle you. And then Batman is like, sorry, Mannequin, I'm not dead. I'm going to do karate on you. Then he hits her with a chair.
Wait. He hits her with a chair.
Yeah. Is that what that is? He hits her with
Yeah.
something.
Damn.
A
Yeah,
stool,
it's a chair.
maybe.
Huh.
But, yeah, something. And that doesn't work at all. Completely ineffective. She starts strangling him, and looks like he's about to die until all of a sudden, the Mannequin starts gasping for air and lets go.
Yeah.
Runs away. And Batman's like, if I wasn't almost strangled to death, boom, 4th time I almost died fighting the Mannequin,
Eh.
I would chase after her. But I wonder why she can't breathe. I wonder why.
Who knows? Do you guys want to hear a cool little tidbit I just realized?
Yeah.
On 506, they said the story will be continued in issue 507. Dressed to Kill. The
Yeah.
actual title of the story is Dressed to Die.
Dressed to
To
die.
So,
I had a moment when I switched from 506 to 507. I went, I thought it was called Dress to Kill, but I guess it's called Dress to Die, and I never looked back to check.
I also thought it was just intense deja vu, and I was like,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
way.
No.
They changed the episode. Not the episode.
We found an actual cover-up. Guys! Guys!
Yes!
We did it!
We did it.
We can die happy now.
What?
Wait.
No, I didn't. No, no,
I
no,
have
no.
more things
I would still
wanna
be quite
accomplish in my
unhappy
life
if I
than this.
died.
Still good though. Still good. We
Who
did
dies for the mannequin? It's us.
It. It's us. Yeah.
I mean, someone has to, and no one else even
No
knows
one
the
else
mannequin
really cares,
exists. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So sorry, mannequin.
Anyway, Batman uses some foam to kind of hold back the fire. Doesn't look like this carbon dioxide foam is doing much. It's like he's spraying like a hand can of it at like a raging inferno, and then waddles out of the building with Hostin. And Hostin is babbling, and he goes, "Miranda, her dress, her voice." Ooh.
Yep.
Batman's like, "Oh, that's weird. It's probably a clue. Probably a clue or something.
Most likely.
Probably a clue."
If I was a detective and somebody said a name after they were attacked,
I dismiss it. Probably not
Yeah.
important.
Not important.
Yeah.
Yep.
So a police officer rolls up. I wish. All right. Here's my biggest critique of this issue. What if this was the
Is
same?
it that this is just a rando police officer?
Yeah. What if it was the fire marshal? We've come to
I
know and
know!
love so much.
Reoccurring characters.
Yeah.
What if it was Harvey Bullock?
What if Harvey Bullock was the fire marshal?
Whoa!
What?
Anyway, and then Batman speed runs the last issue in 4 panels. He explains the whole plot, both to this police officer and also to any any of the kids out there who are only reading this one.
Any saps who forgot to buy 506. Yeah, but you
Yeah.
all remember what happened in 506 because we just explained it in detail.
I mean, unless you're only tuning in now, which is really weird because it's not live. You'd have to do that on purpose.
Maybe we should record these live.
That sounds like an idea that you had.
It's not like
Good
not
job,
like we edit
Quentin.
anything anyway. We just
I mean, I edit out like the background noise and stuff.
yeah, true. But like, what's the worst?
I get rid of. There's a lot of awkward pauses that I get rid
Yeah.
of.
Oh,
Yeah.
you kill pauses. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite things to do is to destroy pauses. They're the bane of my existence. Audio editing is
It's a lot of
it
fun.
depends on what mood I'm in. I either loathe my
That's very
existence
true.
or I'm having so much fun the entire time.
Also, like if my mic fucks up and like does clicking the whole time, like I'd rather die.
Yep. Yep. Got a good case of the cricket mic.
Anyway, we found out that the mannequin's name is Miranda, and she is struggling to breathe, and she kind of crawls into the car, who we learn to be her brother, drives her to her home.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh man, you probably didn't have enough oxygen in that suit. We probably should have given like a breathing hole. Probably should have done that."
Yeah.
And then we get this comic does a fantastic job at making you feel bad for Miranda.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
She's,
yeah.
It's like she used to be a fashion model, and you get a brief look at the back of her head. She looks like a raisin.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Victor puts on a new mask for her, and also mentions that he says, "I warned you, didn't?" Or I'm not doing an accent. I can't do it.
You don't have to.
Yeah. He says, "When we first left the old country, I told you they would use your beauty for their own ends." And so, this issue, they kind of, like, they start to bring in a like, they kind of make it in a way like a critique of, like, objectification, in that the mannequin is, like,
I think it
You know.
100% is.
yeah. Like, people thought the mannequin, or Miranda, says that people thought of her as a mannequin, so she has become the mannequin
Yeah.
because they made her that way.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting, they're trying to do some actual themes here, and I appreciate that. It's
I
interesting.
really like it. I also really like this small detail of when he's putting the new mask on her. He stretches it and it makes it look like she's crying.
Yeah. It's a great
It's
little moment.
really this is
Cool panel.
Hey guys, this comic's really good. I'm a
I
fan.
was gonna say something about it, but I didn't know if it was just a quirk of my scan or not, so I didn't want to bring it up.
Anyway, then we
Please
get
mention every quirk of your scan, Quinn. We want to know about that stuff.
Anyway, then we get half of a page and then half of the next page, setting up for the Ghost of Hugo Strange. So just go watch that episode that we did.
He'll survive. He'll thrive. He did, definitely. In the Ghost of Hugo
He didn't. He got attacked by a ghost.
Yeah, but then he met he met the Ghost Breakers, so that's a pretty
Doctor 13.
Yeah.
Anyway, then Bruce goes to see Mr. Raleigh at the Gotham Gazette. This just popped into my head. You guys want to know a fun piece of DC trivia?
Go for it.
So, Batman, like Wayne Industries owns the Daily Planet.
What?
Batman is running up the ladder. Batman is Superman's boss.
Wow.
That's fun.
Damn.
That just popped in my head when I looked at a different newspaper place. Anyway, Batman goes to see Mr. Raleigh, and the second they met, Mr. Raleigh just starts naming everything he knows about Bruce Wayne.
Mr. Raleigh is a bit of a weird guy. I don't like this is this is just not what you do. He
kind of looks
when
like
you
Richard
meet...
Nixon.
He does. That's a good point, especially in this panel.
Yeah.
But he just starts going, Bruce Wayne, son of Martha Thomas. Shut up, man.
Shut up. Bruce Wayne.
Bruce
That's what I imagine
Wayne.
he sounds like. Bruce Wayne, son of Martha and Thomas Wayne, chairman of the board for the Wayne Foundation, president of Wayne Enterprises, guardian of Richard Grayson, friend of... Whoa, bud, I get the picture. I think the writers had him cut off there because Bruce Wayne doesn't have any
Couldn't
friends.
think of a friend.
Breaking in.
Yeah. If he'd been allowed to keep going, do you think he would have said Batman?
Oh, 100%.
Probably. This guy knows. It's
kind of a... Honestly, Jack, you said he was weird, but honestly, this is kind of a power move.
No, he's cool weird. He's cool weird.
Like, imagine you're meeting someone, and they just start listing everything about you.
Oh, I would be so
That's
scared.
intimidating.
I would be terrified.
Like, it's not a good way to make friends, probably, but it is a good way to establish yourself as an information dealer, which is what he's doing in this scene.
Batman's like, hey, ever heard of someone named Miranda? And he's like, yeah, like a lot of people.
Which is fair.
But specifically, there used to be a fashion mannequin. And Batman's like, did you say mannequin? He's like, yeah, like a model. And Batman's like, oh, I didn't need to go to this guy. This is very obvious.
Googled it.
Then he's like, yeah, like 10 months ago, she got into a car accident that was on fire. And Batman was like, oh, fuck.
Yep.
I remember that. And I have a note, which is, really, I think it would have been better for the pacing if the flashback that kicked off part 1 was inserted here. Because, like, it's not, like, there's no mystery about who it is at any point.
No.
And if you insert it here, then it's like Batman remembering it, and you get to experience him realizing along with him. Instead of it just being a thing that
it feels like a non
sequitur
sequitur at first.
Yeah.
But at this point, if you've seen the car accident, you've already figured out. If you've read the first issue, you've figured it out long before Batman ever did.
Then Batman's like, okay, I know who it is. I know how her powers work. She runs out of air. That's her weakness. I'm going to invent a new gadget to beat her. Alfred, get me some Flex Seal. Because that's what it is.
Damn, that really is the solution.
Yeah, the solution is literally Flex Seal. Because if he fills up her oxygen holes, she'll suffocate into unconsciousness. Then he can get her helmet off so she can breathe. This is a dangerous plan, Batman.
It is. What if there were some sort of third party present that ruined this proceeding?
What if Batman sawed this boat in half?
Yeah.
That's a good example of what I'm going to edit out. I'm not
Yeah.
going to edit out that one so that the audience at home knows what the
We
podcast
paused for
could
too
sound
long.
like.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
had to think of a response.
How to think of a response.
It's just sort of it's loading is what it is. We all have to load.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not some genius who can talk really good and fast and smart.
Even if we do, that's just the prestige. That's the movie magic.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent 13 seconds looking at the Hostess Cupcakes ad that has Hawkman on my scan.
This recording is actually 10 hours long.
It is. It really is. It's so long. It's been so long. I need to see my family.
I don't. Because I'm going to see them. I saw them earlier and I'll see them later, and I love them. I love my family. I guess that means I do need to see them. That was a bad joke. Didn't make sense. Anyway, Gotham General Hospital.
Anyway,
Okay.
at GGH,
Yeah. The classic the
Yep.
Damn, we're funny.
yeah, so the mannequin's just walking around disguised as a doctor. And so
Batman is also just walking
disguised as
around.
disguised as a
Doctor.
doctor.
And they accidentally bump into each other.
And Batman is like, "Oh, that sounds like a monotone person. I'm just gonna follow her into where she's going because Austin has been taken to the hospital because he's still unconscious.
Fire
Yeah,
damage.
smoke is not good for you."
And standing outside of Hostin's room is a very Harvey Dent-esque police officer, or Harvey Bullock-esque police officer.
Not Harvey Dent.
Not Harvey Dent, Harvey Bullock. And he goes, "Evening, Doc. You wouldn't happen to know the score of the Cardinals game, would you?" So she goes, "I'm afraid not." He goes, "Blast! I've got a fiver riding on them in the
Love
precinct
this
pool."
guy. I love
This guy's
guy. He
awesome.
rules.
This is the point where I figured out what her voice was supposed to sound like, because he thinks to himself, "Weird sound dame, got a voice like a time at the tone telephone operator." And then Batman's like, "Hey, don't let that's the mannequin." And then, like, the cop hasn't even done anything. He goes, "Huh?" And then the mannequin picks him up and fucking throws him.
Just destroys him.
Oh yeah.
Batman pulls a ketchup bottle on her. He gets got.
By the ketchup bottle, you mean the Flex Seal weapon that he?
Yeah, but that's not what it looks like. It looks
It
like
looks
a
like
ketchup bottle. Mm-hmm.
But he he fumbles it after the mannequin throws Hostin at him.
This is a very goofy fight.
It is.
Especially because at this point it appears to be between two doctors. And I really wish they never went back to their normal outfits and this whole fight was just between two doctors.
But then we wouldn't have that amazing transition.
Yeah. Anyway, Miranda and Batman fall out the window. I don't know why. Like, as soon as they introduced her real name, I have fully transitioned away from calling her the mannequin for some reason.
Yeah. Well, that's her name. It's the mannequin is kind of a like
a pseudonym.
Yeah. Well, it's a representation of the in her view the harm that others have done to her.
Anyway, Mannequin and Batman both quick change into their outfits. And the Mannequin proceeds to, once again, just absolutely fuck Batman's shit up. Seemingly unstoppable.
Oh, yeah.
There's no part in this comic that makes you question the mannequin's skill, like the mannequin's
Yeah.
strength, which I think is nice. Good continuity, makes sense.
Yeah. Then the doctors who see Batman get thrown back into the hospital through a different window are like, "Oh, we should probably help Batman," and he's like, "Don't, I gotta stop the mannequin."
And she just like Batman is like getting the crap beaten out of him, and
Yep.
she's going in for the kill on Hostin. And Hostin's like, "I'm sorry, Miranda. Please don't kill me."
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry that I blew up your car.
yeah, spoilers. He set the
It was
bomb.
Hostin,
He set the bomb in her car.
and I'm finally justified.
Yeah, and then you realize that this might be fair. This might be a fair
Yeah.
response.
Yeah.
Can I be honest with you guys? I had already hit the peak of possible Hostin hatred that this reveal did nothing for me. I was like, okay, yeah, cool.
I mean, I think it would be wild if someone was like a major Hostin fan at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Then Batman gets her with the Flex Seal and is like, now you have to either take off the suit or suffocate. And we get this horrifying... I love this characterization of this character where she just goes, no. Like, I would rather die than show people what my face looks like after the accident.
And she starts to die.
And Batman just stands there.
Well, he's waiting for her to pass out so he can
Yeah.
take...
Yeah.
But our boy Victor rolls in
Mhm.
and takes off the mask, revealing for the first time to the full camera her burned and scarred face.
Holy shit.
It's well drawn.
I love this design. Could you guys imagine if, like, this character was in, like, a modern anything? Like, think about, like, if this looked realistic, this would be the scariest fucking thing in the world. I don't want to hear Two-Face ever complain about any of his
Yeah.
nonsense
That's
ever
what I
again.
was about
Yeah.
to say. It's like Two-Face,
true.
but if Two-Face got fucked up again.
Yeah.
This is like if Two-Face's bad side of the face was his good
Yeah.
side.
Yeah. And Hostin
Then Batman's
is
like, hey Hostin, you're going to
kinda
jail.
suck.
You
And now
suck.
here's the problem though. She did also kill two other guys who seemingly
Yeah.
didn't do anything wrong. But
Because she didn't know which one it was, so she was just gonna get all of them.
And also, but Hostin has the most like psycho reasoning for why he. Not that there's really a good.
Oh my
reason to
God,
blow up
yeah.
someone's car, but he.
Batman was like, hey, he was like, is this because you were jealous of her film career she was gonna have? And he's like, yeah, I made her a star. She couldn't leave me. Batman was like, fuck.
That's
Well, I guess two more to go into the revolving door that is Arkham Asylum.
yeah. I mean, and it just ends right there.
Yeah, just
in
ends.
the hospital. Batman standing over.
The day is saved.
Yeah, it's kind of a downer ending, but it's well done.
Yeah, just like
In my
that.
opinion.
No one wins.
Yeah.
Well, guys-
it's a good depiction. Like there's no winning here. There's people who have been killed for nothing. People whose lives have been ruined.
Well, good job, team. We did it.
Yeah.
The promise we made to track all of the history of the Manikin, we finished it. We've read all of her appearances.
Oh my god, I knew there was
Really?
something. I knew there was something.
She's
Really?
gone.
Wow.
She's out. Never shows up in any, like, nothing. Not Brave and the Bold, not the Lego Batman movie. Never.
When you
This is
Those
it.
are your two things that.
Gone forever.
when you said, "Are you ready to start part 2?" after you made us promise, there was something in your voice. It was the same exact tone.
Yeah, it's my shitty little man voice.
It was you about to tell us that there is another fucking Batman versus Dracula movie. I knew it instantly.
Yeah.
It's your bit voice.
So yeah. That's a damn shame.
That is a shame.
It's such
Because
a
this
good
might even
villain.
be like, This might even be like Basil Karlo. It was in my top 10 favorite Batman villains. This is kind of just like better Basil Karlo, right? Because he's just salty they did a reboot without him. She's got like a
Someone blew up her
same
car.
same master of disguise, same just kind of superhuman in the way that like this is not someone Batman can punch into submission. I would love to see a story where she is like opposite Clayface, like these two get paired together.
Yeah.
I would love for this character to be in anything. I think this is a certainly probably the best one-off Batman villain. Sorry, the bouncer.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with you. I think that the most direct parallel I can draw to like another villain, just in comics in general, I think this is a better, more sympathetic, and I mean, just in general, more powerful chameleon from like Spider-Man.
I was thinking Madame Mask.
Madame Mask as well.
There's a lot of characters who are kind of like this.
Yeah.
I do really like the fact that it's like the chameleon is like master of like disguise, but like when you figure him out, you got him. Even if you figure out the Manikin, it's like, well, now I just gotta fight Bane.
Yep. The only way you can win is with Flex Seal. If she if the Manikin just her downfall is the very like same thing that
motivates her.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Good writing, guys. Good comic.
Guys, you fucking did it. Do we even need to do like I know we have to, but like
but I'm gonna give this a Schway because I agree. This is a very solid outing for Batman in this era of comics. My one thing, my complaint is like realizing that the political debate served nothing for this story was very disappointing. Because I was intrigued at how that would come back to relate to the Manikin. It did not at all.
I'm also giving this a Schway. My sentiments exactly. I'm assuming the story in between this and the Ghost of Hugo Strange is something political related to fill the void of mayor, like, you know, because there is a mayor in that one. So I'm assuming there's something in the middle.
Yeah. I guess that's the election issue.
Yeah.
I mean, what can I say that hasn't already been said? It's a Schway.
Well, I mean, technically, I did say that, but
Schway. Yes, it is.
Schway.
Tales of Gotham City, the purest of joy. I was gonna try to do a bit where I read the next thing, but it is like 80% dialogue, so I'm not gonna do that.
Why don't you just read the entire next comic?
No, I just said why I'm not gonna do that.
What if you did?
Anyway, Jack and Quinn, as always, they're gonna do an outro. It's gonna be really cool.
That's so true.
Yeah. So Quinn.
Yes, Jack.
What did Batman say to the Joker? What did Batman say to the Joker? It's like a joke. It's a setup, Quinn. You gotta.
I mean, a lot of things, Jack. He said a lot of things to the Joker.
Yeah, you got it right. Good job. This is horrible. Well, you should cut before I even.
I
said
can
that.
no. I once again something we forgot to do, like the riddles. I'm gonna do a teaser for our next thing and cut it off.
That's good.
Please.
I think it's gonna. I'm just gonna say it. This is a teaser because I'm not 100% sure we're gonna stick with this. I think the next thing is Batman and Robin.
Oh crap!